Welcome back to Coding Casually. My name is Lakshay, and today's topic is how we can do a program in which we would be able to merge multiple PDFs into one PDF. So I already have two PDFs that I've gained from the internet. Our main agenda here is that we will use Python as a programming language, and we'll use Python script to merge these two files into one file. And that can happen through two modules that we would be using. The first one is glob, which actually helps us finding the patterns in the path. We would be using the .pdf as a file pattern that we would want, and the second one is pypdf2. So if you don't have these two modules, glob is something that you might not need to install. The second one is pypdf. What you can do is on your system you can write cmd, write pip install pypdf2 and press enter. It'll take a max to max 1 minute. I already have on my system, so it will say that the requirement is already satisfied. But on your system, if it is not there, then it will install the same. The moment you are done with it, you can use two IDEs. The first one is you can use Jupyter Notebook, or you can also use Visual Studio Code. I would prefer to use Jupyter Code, so I will write Jupyter Notebook here, and it will open up the Jupyter Notebook for me. So you can do many. So there are many ways you can do it if the requirements are quite clear. For us, what we would be using is we would be using a folder that I've already created in which I have these two PDF files, and we would try to cull out then as many PDF as we have. So suppose if we have another one, we'll have a simple name for the same. It doesn't matter anyway because it will be picked up, right? So you can have multiple PDFs in one folder and then can be converted into one PDF. So let's start coding on the same. What we will do is we will write import statements first. So we will write from glob, we will import globe only, and from pypdf we will import pdf file merger. So basically this is the main thing that will be doing the stuff for us. We will be using list comparisons. That's a different case altogether. So the moment we are done with this, what we have to make sure that these are all right, and we'll define a function to do the same. So we will define pdf merge, and then we can write next. So what needs to be done? We need to write merge file, or merger, or file merger is something that we can write. Sorry, file merger, and then we can write pdf file merger, right? And then this is a function that we will be calling. Now what needs to be done? We need to track all the PDFs. So PDFs stored can be in a file called file name. For a file name, we are using list compression, and where we want to find in globe, and in order to have that location with us, so this is where I can copy that location and I can write and do a paste. Before that I can do a double quote. So what we are doing here is we are giving the same location where my PDFs are. So of course anything can be the name. I mean, we don't know what would be the name of the PDF, so right now we know it, but in the given future we might have new files coming in for the same. We would write star, that means I don't know the name of the file, and we want to find this pattern. So basically through this we are doing try to find .pdf in the same. You can also write R here to make sure that you don't get that Unicode issue. And now what needs to be done is we need to merge everything. So how we can do it? We have to append one file with another one. So we will write, you can simply copy from here, write merger file dot append. And now what we need to do is we need to append PDF, of course the one that we have, and all these PDFs will be in PDF stored. So we have all the PDFs stored here, right? And this is also another way to do the compression, and everything will be merged into one. So now if even though if we have the merged PDF, we have to make sure that we write it. So we will do with, and then we will open what. So now we have to provide the location where we want this PDF to come out as an output. So we will just do a copy here and then do a paste. Make sure that you do this and put an R as well. Now what is going to happen? So we have to name the file which would be given to us as an output, where all these PDFs will be merged. So we're like merged PDFs dot PDF, right? So we would need writes as well, which is write, and what we would want as a new file that would work. And then what we have to do is we have to say merge, or rather file merger that we already have, like this one, uh, to write in what new file that we have created. And in order to run this function, what we need to do is we need to call this up. You can do this one and then this one. So now let's call it and let's see whether it works or not. And we'll go back to this one and we see that there is a merged file PDF. Let us open it up and let's see whether we have it. We do have it. So these three files have now been merged. If you want to see these files, the first sample file was this, and the second one and the third one was just a replica of the other. So what we have done here is that we have used a very basic module. This is a very basic example of how to merge multiple PDFs into one, or how to merge two PDFs into one. It totally depends upon you. This works greatly when it comes to PDF as a module. You can also make a web API and then host it up in the internet and then give this as a service. There are multiple applications of the same. I'm sure that as if you're a part of backend operations, or if you're part of or a place where PDFs gets merged a lot, this program can help you drastically and bring that process improvement that you were looking. If there is anything which is confusing to you, or if there is anything that you want me to tell you, why did I put any of the code that you want me to explain, you can simply write it up in the comment and I'll be happy to tell you about this one. Most of the people have said to me, can we do it with Excel? Yes, we can also do the same with Excel, VBA, but nowadays Python is something that people are quite fond of, so we have done it through Python. Right, thank you for watching the video. Please like and share plus subscribe, and I'll be happy to make more videos that will keep us motivated. And if there is anything that you want me to ask or anything that you want me to make a video on, you can simply put it on the comment and we'll do the same for you.